have been mulling over this narrative for some time now, as I have been struggling with how to start. So many mismanaged concepts will surely cause one to deflect my statements, rather than initiate that inner search that will lead one to the broken spell, to the opposite conclusion than where one started out. As rationality does exactly that, rations one's reality, limits one's ionic energy, shuts down the window of truth, forces one into physical proof, logical analysis, keeping one removed from the powers within, making what powers innate within us into that very vehicle the errors use to control all of us. That vehicle is the collective unconscious. It is our minds that supply the power over us, within the amount of time it takes a brain to rationalize and respond. The purpose, the point, the truth has already evaporated from the experience. What could have occurred would be most commonly described as a eureka moment. Full brain vibrance, clarity and knowledge, so unlike analytic data. Our entire culture is designed to belittle and arrogantly deny the validity of this mental activity, which I now call the hunt of Diana. Heirs have done their darndest to hide the truth. I say the reasons for this is the powers we once possessed are extremely frightening to these arrogant thieves. So I humbly ask, do you want your power back? To women I speak, do you want your power back? Before the broken dawn, it is not clear if these systems and tools that I will be going over were necessary. For the human race once had perfect memories, tending the lands, making payments at the Eswamos, caring for the streams of reality, not just rivers, but all electrical streams, making up our living being in which we are living. Kinda like acupuncturists for the landscape, keeping that flux moving. As the Dene have mentioned, there were, to start, 4 races, each tasked with an element to keep pure, protect. Red man the earth, yellow man the air, black man the water, and the white man was in charge of protecting the fire. In our present time, this element of race has been divisively used to create distrust among the equals of the earth, while those in the know improve the designs of the trappings of our minds. Yes, through the obscuring of psychology designed to be understood by the violet mind. All that we see causing such inequality in life can be explained as the effect of this missing system of psychology, brought about by a clever redirection of man's mental energy, allowing the errors to disregard poetry as a threat, since man could no longer instantaneously pull understanding from it. To logically understand it takes extra efforts, reshapes the electric. All the power received is gone by the time one's mind systematically denies it, rationing your reality. Yes, the intellectual world is the simple-minded world. More often than inspired towards inward thought, scholars erect a wall 10 egos tall, slapping back all content rejected as an absurdity, nonsense, balderdash, folly, reinforcing our scarcity, shutting down our extracurricular physiology, removing all chances at worldwide human victory, solidly fixing the belt that buckles human ingenuity tightly around our spiritual beings. And we resign ourselves to living through the movies rather than face the issues that all of our behaviors learned in this version of me and you are systematically designed to keep us far from power realization. Power, today, we have no example standing, because our minds, always redirected through ego and economy, fails to generate the second stage of energy contained within the mind's naturally shaped streams. Now, from mythology, fiction, and the Orlinda, I will supply examples to facilitate this story that I consider our modern mythology, and I deem the right brain world of fancy and mystery is hiding the key to our overstanding. When one first realizes the depth of the lies narrative enthusiasts pursue, the initial response is an equally deep desire for the truth. But what I have found is that the desire to understand from our particular conditioned point of view is still operating our programs from just where they want you to. It will not remove their power over us. Logic will not lead to overabundance. Deep runs the faulty programming. Our childhoods were left unprotected. As the Kogi, 9 years in the dark, led by conscious, guided instruction, would have prevented stunted sense from letting us be led astray from our astral inheritance, source existence, the red stars of our biome ancestors. Let go of the need for facts. Proof coming from deep within is dissuaded by this serious act. Answers ring clearly around my vessel when I busy my ego with refilling the lamp with oil. As I approach that source indescribable, I must quiet the noise, the din that led the broken dawn. The contaminated stream, still petitioning, is what brought the flood. And from these times, the concepts of masculine authority rose, leaven of Leviathan, still bleeding to this day, intentions of dire devils morose. I propose together we compose a mind palace of myth history with the intent to help us grow. The intent of Eva, Vohumana, unconditional love, justice, and freedomino. Then the name Freya will once again resound through the hollowed halls of her downtrodden children, daughters and sons. All I am proposing is an honest look at our situation, looking outward. Our history is drunk, lying, despotic, a joke. Trying to salvage that ship, we forget ourselves. Look at how they shaped false history. The psychological effect, accepting bloodshed and slavery at the hands of tyranny. And this false history is being torn down directly in front of us. Aghast, it makes me curse. Why let them dupe us again? Let us write our own history, more factual than theirs, but not the point. Our history will be designed to reinforce our strength and sovereignty, returning balance to our psychology, returning source to our fundamental reality. Restore the lands beyond polarity. Home Takurasa.